Hi, everyone. Welcome to Being Jewish in College's new video series, Kibbutz in 10 Minutes. Today, we will spend 10 minutes of valuable information from Donna Schwartz, Executive Director of the University of Delaware, Hillel. Thanks so much for being here, Donna, and for helping to help kick this adventure off.
Happy to be. We are the first state, so I'm happy to be the first.
Oh, I never even thought about that. Perfect. Yeah. So to kick things off, can you tell us what the name of the Jewish Center is on campus, so for families to know?
Sure. So the name is the Crystal Center for Jewish Life. We do go by Hillel at UD or UD Hillel.
Great. How many Jewish students do you have on campus? And approximately, what is the breakdown of secular students, Reform, Conservative, Orthodox, Humanistic, or any other title that could be out there?
Sure. So we believe that there is about 2,200 to 2,500 Jewish students on our campus. Our undergrad population is about 17,000, which is growing. It'll probably be closer to 18,000. And so we like to say we're about 13% of the overall student population. I would say the breakdown of students that come to UD are probably a third Reform, a third Conservative, and a third that would call themselves wouldn't go by any denomination. We have a few students here or there that are modern Orthodox, but we do not at this time have a Orthodox population.
Okay, great. So are there kosher food options available to students? And if so, what are they?
Yeah, so in 2016, I believe it was, we opened a brand new dining hall, and that included a kosher station, and it has been extremely popular since its opening. The dining hall, I like to think of it as a Vegas buffet. There's lots of different stations, including a gluten-free station, a celiac station. There is a Mongolian barbecue, there is salad stations, there is pizza stations, a bakery, and amongst those stations, there is a kosher station, and it is open currently every day except for Saturday. It does close Friday afternoon through Saturday evening. What is great about that is that it allows Hillel to have a space on Friday night for Shabbat dinners, and we do have kosher Shabbat dinners every Friday night.
Perfect. That was going to be my next question is, do you have a weekly Shabbat dinner or gathering opportunities for students? And obviously you just answered about Shabbat, but do you have a weekly meeting points or opportunities for students to get together?
We do. So every Friday during the semester, we have Shabbat services. Most times, most years, and most Fridays, we do have a Reform service and a Conservative service. They are all done by students, so it depends on what students want. Sometimes they decide that they want to do a service together. Sometimes they want to have it separate, depending on what's going on and who the students are. It is all led by students. We do have a senior Jewish educator. Our rabbi will help students lead, but it really is about their Jewish journey at UD. And so we really want to empower students to lead their own services the way they want it. Oftentimes you'll feel like when you come to our Conservative service, it's very much like a USY service or a BBYO service for our Reform students. It really depends on who the students are that are there and what they want to see. But then we always have dinner every Friday night, and it's a great gathering point for students to just come and hang out with their friends and have a moment to pause and feel that Jewish community.
Awesome. Are there any Jewish studies majors or minors or Hebrew language courses that students can participate in if they're available?
We do have a Jewish studies department, and there is a minor. A lot of our students partake in Jewish studies classes, and there is Hebrew language there as well.
Okay, wonderful. So another shift of the question is, what is the political or social climate around topics like BDS, anti-Semitism, or Zionism, which we know is something that's become more and more prevalent on campuses and part of the social conversation recently?
Yeah, it's a great question. And it's a question that every parent should be asking when they are going on college tours. And they should be asking everyone from the administration to the Hillel director to students about how they feel, because what I understand is that the answer is different based on who you're talking to. We have had, I've been the executive director at our Hillel for almost 8 years, and I'd say we've had probably about 5 or 6 anti-Semitic incidences on campus, everything from a swastika to a poster being put up around campus. For the most part, our students feel extremely, extremely safe and well cared for by both the administration and the Jewish community. There is very little anti-Israel things that happen on campus. And it's mainly because we do have a really strong Jewish community. We have a very pro-Israel community on campus. They are very vocal. There is a lot going on. And we try to include the entire campus in all of our pro-Israel experiences so that we are building relationships across campus. And therefore, we have not had a BDS movement on campus.
Great. Okay, so that actually kind of transitions into what is the most popular and well-attended program on your campus each year?
Good questions. I would say one of the most popular is probably our longest running program. It's called Freshman Fest. Freshman Fest happens right before school starts. It is an early move-in program. I like to call it Camp for College Kids, and it is an orientation program that lasts a little over 36 hours, and every student who attends says it was the best way to kick off their college experience. We get about, I'd say, almost 40% of the incoming freshman students to attend, and therefore they get to make friends very quickly, very easily. And it's an opportunity just to get to know campus in a smaller setting and really get a jump start on your college career. Parents love it because they get to move in early and therefore they're not dealing with the rush of what's happening on campus. They get to settle in a little bit longer before classes start. They get to meet upperclassmen because we have them in small groups. And so as upperclassmen are leading those small groups, they have then a friend on campus who's been around. And most of the friends and the groups that we make are based on their own dorm. So they're already making friends within their dorm.
Okay, wonderful. So what challenges, I mean, it seems like everything is set up for success, but what challenges might a student face when they come to campus, specifically being a Jewish student?
Yeah, I think one of the hardest parts, especially a lot of our students come from the New York, New Jersey area. One of the hardest transitions, I would say, is we are not off for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, which a lot of students are really accustomed to that when they're coming from the New York area, the tri-state area. So we have worked really hard with the administration for the professors to understand that they should not be testing on that day, that they should not be making assignments that are due. So I think that, especially at an early age, at an early time in their college career, that is something to be aware of, that we are not off for the high holidays. It is an excused absence, but that is a hard transition for students to realize. And I think that's probably one of the biggest ones that we deal with year in and over and over again.
Okay. And what is one piece of interesting information about the University of Delaware that you would want people to know?
You know, the really great thing about the university is that it's 18,000, almost 18,000 students. And so that can feel really large, but the Jewish community is a really tight Jewish community. And if you are willing to even step foot and get involved, even a little bit, you're going to make a ton of friends. Everybody is so warm, so welcoming. And it's the campus, while it's a large campus, it feels really small when you're talking about the Jewish community, and everybody knows each other and they're really excited to get to know new people. They're excited to make new friends and really make it an inclusive Jewish community. So I think that's really unique to our university. There's a feeling on campus. It's just a nice campus, and students are really proud to be a Blue Hen and proud to be part of the Jewish community at UD.
Great. My final question is, what do you love the most about leading the Jewish community at the University of Delaware?
I think, I think it's that our students are willing to put themselves out there. Our students are willing to learn. They're willing to expand their horizons. They're willing to make Judaism what they want, and really take from that and expand their knowledge and expand who they are, um, both personally, professionally, and Jewishly. And our students are really driven. They're interested in networking. They're interested in um, having great internships. And we offer that all in the Jewish community so that they can have those experiences within the Jewish community. And I just think it's so unique to our school. And it's really a vibe. I mean, it's just who they are. And I love that about leading this Jewish community, that they're willing to learn and they're willing to grow and they're really willing to be a part of the community.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. This was a great 10 minutes. I feel like we got a really good sense of the Jewish community at the University of Delaware, and we will go ahead and provide information about how you can reach out to the University of Delaware Hillel to learn more about their programs and services. But Donna, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
This was great. Thank you for helping kick this off, and hopefully it will be a successful program so families and students can learn a lot about Delaware and the many other colleges around the country. So thank you so much.
Thank you.